I think this is one of the most dangerous and disconnected things that I've seen a so-called black leader do in a long fucking time. Like
Last episode, we talked about Al Sharpton and him calling for a possible boycott of Pepsi. Recently, Al Sharpton sat down with the CEO of Target to talk about the recent boycott.
Now at 7, a 40-day fast against Target has now become a full-on boycott of the retail giant. And much of it started with a pastor at a popular church here using his pulpit to advocate for DEI programs in the metro and beyond.
Pastor Jamal Bryant of New Birth Missionary Baptist spearheaded a 40-day fast earlier in the year from the retail giant. Now, that 40 days is over.
The 40 days ended on Easter, and we do not have resolve of our 4 asks. Only one of them been met by Target. We really thought that Target was a friend of our community. And so it feels like an outright betrayal.
Go ahead.
I think this is one of the most dangerous and disconnected things that I've seen a so-called black leader do in a long fucking time. Like this idea of going and meeting with Target is a clear demonstration of his disconnected to the people on the ground. And when I say the people on the ground, I'm talking about the black and brown folks who are at the lowest level of society,
Indeed.
who literally may still shop at Target, but only shop at Target because Target and Walmart only provide the things that they are able to get, such as fresh vegetables, medication, and things along those lines that these big box stores offer because we don't have any more pharmacies. We don't have any access. Like, to demonstrate this, like not to go to the people in the street and say, hey, what do you guys think about me meeting with Target? What would you like us to talk about in this particular meeting? Like, this is not, I'm telling you, people are not looking for Target to reverse their DEI decision in order for them to start going back and shop at Target. Most people who are actively not shopping at Target are not boycotting Target. They are on some fuck Target. I'm never going back because of their decision. They don't give a fuck if Target somehow changes their mind and they're not going back. This is not the same type of black folk that we used to be. We're black folks now who are literally making decisions to saying, fuck y'all. You and this he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand what is taking place. Now, again, I don't think Al Sharpton is a dumb or stupid individual. This is Al Sharpton's attempt, in my estimation, maybe unfairly, to get himself back into the black spotlight, to get himself into that black position of folks looking to him as some sort of black leader. But what Al Sharpton fails to realize is that we have been studying him and realize who he is and what he has done over the years, that he has this man has zero credibility amongst black folks now. The only credibility that he holds is amongst the older civil rights generation who believe strongly in that old method of doing boycotts, that they who hold a strong integrationist mentality and thought process. Black folks we're not there no more. We're not there in that space anymore, largely because when Target, during the George Floyd rebellion, Target was one of those establishment and corporations that were in the forefront of demonstrating, quote unquote, that they were in support of reforms and allyship.
Changed their little black square and all that shit.
They were one of the first ones. Spotify, Amazon, and Target, imagine that, were some of the ones who were the first to put that black square up. So when that happened to us, because we were enduring it, black folks thought and went to Target like, yo, Target bangs with us. Then they pull this DEI thing, and then black folks start asking the question, like, hold on, time out. What was DEI doing anyway? Oh, DEI wasn't doing what we thought it was doing anyway? Oh, really as fuck, y'all. Because now we're really waking up. In all the conversations I'm having in the community, on social media, I didn't see anybody saying that this was a good thing. Like, no one was saying, oh my God, I can't wait to hear what Target says.
Yeah, it says about this bullshit. Yeah. Crush, what you got, bro?
You know, when I heard about this, you know, I definitely felt that, you know, the disconnection was obvious, but also a sign that, you know, that Al Sharpton's place in our community is becoming obsolete, if I could be frank. You know, the moment when we realize that our set of knowledge and skills is no longer applicable to the current situation can be harsh, but it's real. And, you know, it's indicative of a larger problem we have with leadership in our community, or at least the leadership that we should have up front. I mean, not that's not non-existent, but we keep relying on, you know, he's almost a pop version of black leadership at this point.
And he's not alone. Like,
he's not alone. No, there's a circle of relics that we're holding, that the media maybe is holding on to more than we are. Not this current generation. The media is probably holding on to these relics of the civil rights era because you know, to acknowledge the current young leadership now, they probably just can't handle them.
Because Al Sharpton is safer than having some other folk on.
The current leadership we need to see would probably scare the shit out of these guys.
Frederick Douglass said it best. Power concedes nothing without a demand. Like, Al, you didn't tell us. You haven't said in this meeting with Target, I'm demanding this. What Al Sharpton has said is, I'm going to listen to what Target has to say.
I'm of the
answer.
Listen, I'm of the mindset, and I think you guys have given him a little bit too much grace at this point, to be very honest with you.
No, it's fuck Al all day.
I dig it.
I'm not sitting here, you know, trying to give medals.
No. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't mean that as like.
Oh no, we're not lifting him up. We're no.
The reason why I say that is because the reason why I say that is because I think we have to ask ourselves the question: why is it Al Sharpton that is having this sit down with Target CEOs? Al Sharpton was
because he called Target and said, "Can I talk to you?"
You see, I wasn't going to go there, but I'm gonna let that rock, because you got to ask yourself, why is it Al Sharpton that's having this conversation with Target CEOs? Al Sharpton was nowhere to be seen in the discussion and in the boiling point of this whole Target boycott thing to begin with. It was actually a young black attorney in Minnesota that started it, Nakima Armstrong. If you want to even go as far as Tamika Mallory was part of that movement. Fucking what's old girl's name stop. What's old girl? You're a hater. You were just hating. I know. Terrible. But
you are naming trash after trash after trash.
Tamika Mallory. It was Nina Turner was part of it. There were all these other voices, even Jamal Bryant for that matter, all these other voices that came together and started making the rumblings of boycott Target.
Yes.
So why is it that this one particular group of people were diverted and we went to Al Sharpton to go ask Al Sharpton what's up? Yeah. And why is it that Al Sharpton didn't take a step back and say, you know what? This wasn't my thing. I didn't come up with it, but there are much better people that you should be talking to get an understanding of what the community wants.
That's like asking Diddy not to show up in a Bad Boy video. Like,
I mean, I dig it, but I'm just saying, like, but no. I mean, you're
not going to see the spotlight.
Yeah, he put a shiny suit on and showed up like everybody else.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. You're spot on, but you got to ask yourselves. People should be asking themselves this question:
Why is
it this dude?
Why are you snatching the first place in line for
this? Thank you. Why is it this dude? Why is it this
dude? The sad part about it is they're only going to draw people into these meetings who are incredibly safe They're not going to draw people into these meetings, in these discussions, who are going to be like, we don't really give a fuck about DEI. We trying to unionize your workers anyway, to have them motherfuckers do a strike so they can get higher wages, because you really ain't paying them shit anyway. I think that's what we're interested in.
That's the real shit.
You know, that's so they're not going to have that conversation with that. And it makes sense. It makes sense for Target to have a conversation with Al Sharpton. They lose nothing by having a conversation with Al Sharpton.
They don't listen. They don't lose
the conversation.
But no, they don't lose anything by having the conversation, by having this conversation with Al Sharpton. But we as a community end up losing, because this belief that Al Sharpton is the Black community's mouthpiece, that we need to bring him in to sit him down and have him voice to Black people why they should start coming back to Target, is fucking bananas.
It's not even incremental change.
And
that part, it's not even incremental.
Even that,
we don't know, but we don't know. Hold on,
it's performative change.
Well, let's take a step back and let's take another look at it. Then, to go back to what Elgin said, power does not concede anything without a demand. Absolutely. What is the demand that Al Sharpton is making behind closed doors with the leaders of Target?
He's demanding that they reinstitute their DEI policy.
I doubt that that's the only thing that he's
no. That on the surface, that's what he's saying. On the surface, he's saying he wants them to bring back their DEI policies. He hasn't said, I want them to bring back this sort of DEI or to do this particular thing. He's only made that statement. And when he's been pushed to be even clearer, so people who might be on the fringe of supporting him, he's been wildly hush-hush. The Action Network has not. And that is, again, that is the reason why Black folks are like, oh, no.
We're good on that.
We're not falling for this.